Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be an extremely short video, but I did just want to go over something that I get asked all the time, and I actually addressed this in my past video, my Q&A, and this is just basically regarding my training routine. So to break it down in the most simplest form, I basically do, I went from doing chest, tri, back, bi, legs, then shoulders, arms, and then chest and back. But I'm basically now switching a little bit over to push, pull, legs, and then the rest staying the same with the shoulders, arms, the chest, back, and then the legs again. For this reason is I want to incorporate a little bit more powerlifting because I noticed my body really reacted differently to those more powerlifting movements and just kind of working with heavier weights. My body basically just displayed a bigger frame, a bigger physique. And while sometimes I don't necessarily like that, right now that's basically what I'm trying to do is just get bigger before summer when I do shred down just a little bit for just to be shredded for summer basically. So as I kind of mentioned just a little bit, I am basically with the powerlifting movement or the powerlifting days basically are going to be the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is that push day, which is that pull day, and then also the leg day. So on those 3 days, I'm really focusing on, higher weights, lower reps and lower sets. Well, some sets don't really change in terms of I'd gravitate towards 3 to 4 sets pretty much on almost everything because I think that's a great number just to basically hammer out the muscle that you're specifically hitting. But other than that, I kind of stay within the, 4 to 8 to 10 rep range, excuse me. And this is just because it promotes, the strength ideology and the philosophy of strength. Obviously, the lower your numbers are in terms of rep ranges, the more weight you're obviously going to be able to push. And with that being said, I do still follow powerlifting days. Like if I'm going to do, for example, a push day, I'm going to start with bench press. I'm going to do, let's say, 4 sets of 6, right? And so I'm going to do a bunch of compound movements like bench press, probably OHP of some sort, either standing or seated, whether that's dumbbell or barbell, whatever the program calls for the day. And then I'll do a bunch of accessory work. So I kind of tend to gravitate towards 2 big compound movements for those powerlifting days. Like I said, lower rep ranges, but higher weight. But in terms of the accessory movements, I kind of stay a little bit towards higher rep ranges just because I don't think that you should be going real heavy on accessory movements. There's really no need for it. I just like to stay within the 8 to 12 rep range, and I have found a lot of success with that. So then in terms of my other 3 days, I focus more on bodybuilding. So this is going to look a lot more like supersets, trisets, drop sets, all of that fun stuff, like volumized big training. And basically, I'm just going to be doing more sets, more reps, a little bit less of a rest time than I would be on the powerlifting days, just because I don't need as much rest, because I'm not going to be hitting as higher numbers, as difficult, intense numbers as a powerlifting day would call for. So I kind of gravitated then towards this hybrid between the powerlifting and the bodybuilding just because it gives me a chance to do a more strength-based, performance-based training program. It makes me feel good. I like to lift heavy. I like to have a number set in my head, and if I achieve that, I feel good. It's a self-satisfactory thing. So that there's that, but also on top of that, it allows me to, push more weight, and then because I'm pushing more weight, because I have higher numbers to hit, and when I do hit those, my body reacts and I get fuller and I get bigger and I eat accordingly. Of course, that's half the battle, but I get bigger with that. And then pairing that up with bodybuilding on the other 3 days, the last 3 days of my weeks normally, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I am hitting a little bit more like sculpting type workouts and movements and stuff along those lines just to kind of tighten everything up. And I will say that you can't specifically, like when you hear people say to sculpt things up, you can't necessarily do that through resistance training. You can, but like if you're gonna do supersets and drop sets, it's not specifically gonna sculpt you up. It's the idea of, more time under tension, yes, but also just like burning more, and that's gonna basically make your skin tighter. The more you burn, the more your skin gets tighter, and the more body fat that you lose, and the more sculpted that you appear. So that's kind of how that comes along. But that's just to promote that as well, and just to put in perspective, I do around, I'd say, 4 sessions a week now of 10-minute cardio, and then I do on my recovery days. I do one 20-minute cardio session just on the bike. I always use the bike, pretty slow, steady state. I'm not really focused on losing a bunch of fat or anything. I just kind of do it for my mind. I just sit back, chill, reflect, all that fun stuff. So that's kind of what it's for me. But yeah, that's basically my training program right now. I'm really excited I just actually built another program. I had to stop my previous one just because I was getting a little bit tired of the repetitiveness. I didn't put a whole lot of effort in the whole variety nature of the program. So I made this one a little bit more variety focused. And it's basically the same concepts like I said before, but I am switching to the push and pull and legs just because I do want to pack on a little bit of extra muscle. So if you guys wanted to do something along these lines of training, like for example, doing a powerlifting 3 days of the week and then bodybuilding the last 3 days, I would totally advise that just because it is going to hit both of your functional training, but also your, powerlifting, like getting stronger, and just it's going to promote getting both bigger and more shaped and sculpted, I guess. I don't really like using that term, but I guess that applies here. So, but yeah, so if you guys want to try that, definitely do it. Let me know how it goes. I would love to know. But that's basically been my philosophy in training recently, in the past year, I'd say, and I found a ton of success with it. And like you guys know, I am natural, so whatever works for me, and I see, whatever's going to work for me, whatever I've done in the past, I'm going to voice that over to you guys just because I know that it's helped me, and I hope that it's going to help someone else. So let me know what you guys think below. I'm going to run this program probably, I think I built it for 4 to 6 weeks. I think it was 6 weeks. But that's how long I'm going to run it. I ran the last one for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks, and then I got really sick. I had stomach flu or something, kind of just coming off of it as well. That's why it looks so weird. But yeah, run it with me if you guys are down, and just kind of follow that. And I think that we will make a bunch of gains. So I'm going to head out of here. I'm actually going to train here pretty soon. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.